What to review? I got it, Cece.
Yes!
Bring me One Piece.
Okay.
No, I meant One Piece.
Okay.
Just get the game.
Okay.
What Persona 4 was my exposure to RPGs, One Piece is for anime. Now, I did watch Dragon Ball Z and GT, but I never searched for other animes, but I did look into video game animes like Persona 4 the animation, but it wasn't until I watched DBZ, One Piece, and Torga, I don't know. Well, they're crossover, and I was interested in the characters from One Piece, so I looked up the anime, and it quickly became my favorite anime. The cast of characters are colorful, the environments are lively, and the fighting is awesome.
Have you watched the 4Kids dub yet?
No, I haven't watched that. I watched the Sonic X stuff, and it was pretty alright. I doubt they'll be that bad.
Gotcha! And you can consider that one for the mayor!
What's he doing now, Zolo?
Evidently, he's putting his foot down.
It won't! You played right into my trap! Go, hot salsa star!
Oh, no, you don't!
I was working as a waitress at a then this happened to me.
Let's continue. This video isn't about my personal experience with the anime, though it's better than Dragon Ball Z's Suck It Chris. Now we're talking about video games, and I really wanted to play Pirate Warriors, a One Piece Dynasty Warriors type game, or the new one, but alas, I have unlimited red.
Now, this is the only One Piece game I ever played, so I don't know what to expect at this point. But I want to say right here, right now, if you don't know anything about the One Piece universe, stop watching this review and go watch like 500 episodes of the anime, because you are not going to get anything from this game otherwise. So, go catch up on your anime, kiddies, and come back when you know what the hell's going on here.
The game starts with a Navy ship getting destroyed by an unknown enemy. The reveal that Admiral Aokiji and Smoker is attacking them, with the villain revealing himself as Count Red. We cut to the Straw Hat crew heading to an island with a new face named Pato, I'm gonna go Pato, who is tagging along to meet up with somebody on the island. The crew split up to do their own thing, but everybody but Luffy and Pato gets kidnapped by themselves. But Luffy finds them, but while doing that, he fights villains from the past, some being dead already and brought back to life. After you find everybody, and after dealing with Holly one last time, Count Red appears and says that he is behind everything. Right when he tries to kill the crew, Pato begs him to spare them, which leads to Red betraying Pato and sicking a reanimated Whitebeard after them. And the name of the game is to find Count Red and deal with this reanimated army and face off with him in the final showdown. There is a part where Luffy has to fight Ace, and instead of disappearing, he helps you in the final level. And it's my favorite part in the game because it's very touching that a fake Ace's love for his brother is real, which makes it sad that he eventually has to disappear like the others. But alas, Straw Hats find Red and see that he has a devil fruit called the Bat fruit, which turns him into a vampire. He complains about the great pirates getting weaker in age and end up dead, so with the help of the devil fruit he can stay young and strong. But Luffy states that age doesn't matter, the will to follow your dream will keep you strong. Red puts that to the test by making Luffy really old, which after a speech of being old doesn't matter, proves it by punching Red right in the face. Pato couldn't take the fact that his boss was getting beaten down and defends him with giving Red a change of heart and makes Luffy normal again, and has one more final fight, which ends with the Straw Hats winning. The two say their goodbyes and say they'll meet again someday. Except they won't. And the game ends. For our beat 'em up game, the story is just fine, but there's a problem I have to complain about. In the beginning of the game, everybody but Luffy gets kidnapped, and what is Luffy's reaction to this? And the plot point stays for 3 levels, out of 10 or 12 I think, I don't remember. And it's just pointless to just end that on 3 levels. Because Luffy is one I play as the most in terms of gameplay. And if I want to change to somebody, it's going to be Zoro, who I unlock in level 1, and Nami, who I unlock in level 3. But the worst problem is the presentation. This game has 3 different ones. First, they have the full motion cutscenes. Second, they're the same thing, but not in motion, which is probably my least favorite of the 3. And the third, which I would like to call the Sonic Rush cutscenes, need I say more. And I understand this game is in Japanese and didn't have an English translation, and that's not what bothers me, it's just these presentations don't know what they want to be. But I'm all done rambling about the story and presentation. It's a game after all, let's talk about the gameplay right now. When it comes to gameplay, it's weird to me, but first things first, this is a 3D beat 'em up game, with a cast of characters from the One Piece lore. They all play differently. My main is Luffy because he's the balanced type, the Ryu if you would. He's normal speed and he has normal attack. Robin would have to be my least favorite for being slow and not having a lot of combo potential made for her, but we'll be getting into that detail later. Each character has a super meter, which leads them to do super moves, which are moves they did in the anime, which is pretty cool, except there's a problem with this, the combat system. The combat system is flawed, I would have to say. There's not a lot of combos you can do, and the super moves have no impact. Like, here's Skullgirls. And here's World Red. Which do you think sounds more satisfying? But the level design and environments are pretty good. It feels like you're in the One Piece universe. But even that has problems. Like, almost every level, there's a wall telling you need to find a phrase. How do you find it? You gotta kill enemies. And that gets tedious, I would say. But what's worse about the levels is grinding. At certain points in the game, this lady wants you to rebuild a section of the hub world. And it requires you to backtrack in one level to find the material. And it's all luck-based. Like, to build the other half of the city, it requires you to get wood blocks and big wood blocks, which can be obtained by punching tree. But what wood block comes out is luck-based. I spent 26 minutes getting 3 big wood blocks. And yeah, that's a problem, but buildings can help you, like the item shop and their side quests. You don't have to do any of these, except for that one section. None of this is mandatory to be in the game. It's just to waste time and get some goodies. And here's something that disappoints me. You can swing all over the place in the hub world, but you can't do that in the levels. Come on, I want to be a rubber Spider-Man. Let me be a rubber Spider-Man. And honestly, my biggest problem with the gameplay is I feel like it doesn't know what type of game it wants to be. At some points, does it want to be a beat-em-up, an adventure game, an RPG? I don't know. And the combat is trying to be Pirate Warriors, but it fails. It's so underwhelming, and it gets boring after a while. Like, if you don't know what I'm saying, in Dynasty Warriors, because that's the game I played, you can mash the square button and then press the triangle button to do a separate attack. This game has that, but not much of it, and again, it's underwhelming. The bosses, the highlight of this game, a lot of them are fun, but some can drag out if you're under-leveled. My favorite fight is the one-on-one fight between Luffy and Ace, and even that can be a pain if you're under-leveled. I guess the last thing I can talk about in this game is the other mode, Coliseum mode, where it takes place in the Don Flamingo arc, a very, very abridged version of the Don Flamingo arc. And it's just battles, like one-on-one, Mook Rush, 1-on-5, and more. But again, if I don't really like the combat system, what does this game mode have to appeal to me? Playing as Ace? Well, maybe, but is he good? Yeah, he is in terms of this game, but I would rather play a Dynasty Warriors type game with these characters. This is not the way I would play One Piece. I honestly, God, don't know how I feel about this game. It's pretty underwhelming, I'm not gonna lie. But what didn't help is I was playing J-Star's Victory around the same time, and I'll get to that game someday, but the combat in that game's a lot better. But this game isn't that good, but I don't think it's bad either. There's nothing technically wrong with it, it's boring. But I don't think it's bad either, so I guess in my final opinion, I'm going to give this game a 5 out of 10, an average game. It isn't bad, but isn't good either. And honestly, in terms of all the One Piece games, I wouldn't say it's the worst one, but this is not the way to play One Piece. I recommend Burning Blood, I believe it's called, and Pirate Warriors. I'm pretty sure those are a much better experience.
Well, that's it for the One Piece Unlimited World Red review. Well, that's it for the One Piece Limited World Red review, and I feel like it's been quite a number of reviews, and so we can get to our next marathon, which is this. And it ain't Skylanders I'm talking about, it's Spyro! The Spyro Marathon's here! And like the Crash Bandicoot Marathon, I'm going to be looking at the first 5 games, which is Spyro the Dragon, Spyro 2, Ripto's Rage, Spyro 3, Year of the Dragon, Enter the Dragonfly, and finally, Hero's Tale. I hope you look forward to that, because I certainly will. I'm Noah the NNBandicoot, and have a good day.